Reynad was trying to be so professional, and yet now we have this. There's a reason why there's this, and we're gonna watch the whole thing. There's this on the screen. And there's two Reynads. I don't know why that is, but you can't really fit two screens easily, you know, side by side.
Sending some hearthstone as soon as I break out the time machine, my friend. I hate to be the one to break this to you, but it's 2024. Alright, this is a Bazaar waiting room now.
And then we start waiting in awkward silence. But hey, you guys can like check this side of the screen. Well, you say waiting room, and now you can wait for like 10 seconds in this awkward silence. But guess what's gonna break the awkward silence? Fucking Lucifer.
Can you please explain how we can avoid Lucifer's plan? Well, like I said, I think the root, the crux of the difference between Christ and Lucifer's perspective is accountability. It's your relationship with accountability. Right? Christ teaches us to hold ourselves accountable.
Oh yeah, you will learn all about it when you have to make an apology video.
And Lucifer blames God, blames everyone else. So, this is why I keep using the Garden of Eden thing as an example, because it's a story that we...
I don't know, man. It's just kind of pulled out of context, bro. He's fucking dunking on a Hearthstone. He says, oh, it's Bazaar waiting room, and then just blanks out, and then it's like, oh, Lucifer, oh, let me answer this fucking question. This is where we at right now. I can barely fucking exist. Raron made Reynad look normal, bro. Holy shit. But Reynad right now, looking unprofessional AF, despite owning a game studio and all that shit. But does he own it anymore? What's going on? I have no idea, bro. This is the weirdest development of things. Like, you must understand, we went from this to Reynad being insecure because asynchronous gameplay is such a fucking innovative thing that everyone is ripping him off, especially Neopets, bro. I said battle pets, but like, I don't care. I've never played the game. I had never cared for whoever ripped you off, Reynad. But like, Jesus Christ, man. He disappears. No more gameplay for you guys. You got this 4-hour video that's carrying the entire channel. Everything else is fucking arts. Hey, art spotlights. Like, for fuck's... How much effort do you put into art? A whole fucking day of effort? And you have to release a video about it? Of like, oh my god, I worked a whole day. This probably took you 2 days for the video. Like, just so much money is being burned just to try and keep up with the art style of Hearthstone, just to make a AAA title that might have a shitty floppy gameplay. I'll be looking into this video more because there's another dude commenting on the gameplay. Until he doesn't. Until the video becomes funny as fuck, bro. Literally everyone is tripping balls, it seems, around this subject, and I'm just, like, sitting here, I'm pissed off. I'm like, okay, so we don't have Bazaar, though. Let me make fun of you, Reynad. Maybe I'll get 2,000 views on each of these pieces, because holy shit. I did on the first one. It might not be my most watched video anymore because YouTube is unpredictable AF. The only thing you can predict about YouTube is that people click on drama. It's just non-stop. You have to pump out this sort of content to get max attention, but it's still, like, whatever. But yeah, if I care about something, of course, I'm gonna just dive right into it and rip it apart as best as I can for hours and hours, and this is third video. We're gonna be getting this overview away from the lawsuits and more into just how the things are being handled overall, right? What can be expected? Oh my god, this is still in development, guys. This might not represent the final product. Well, what represents final product? What are we going to talk about? You know, there's not even a trailer. Just nothing, bro. Nothing to anticipate. Reynad barely showed his face in this video, the latest one. Unscripted, as if, like, everything has been taken away from him. He's homeless now. And now he's like announcing of like, yeah, we're gonna have this like closed beta very soon, like this year, but who knows if we're gonna have Bazaar this year? Like, why would you expect that? This sort of vibe is just like infuriating, and he's commenting of like, oh, you can still like give me money though. That's pretty cool. Like when you give me money, that makes me happy through Indiegogo and whatnot. And as we know, every single invention, Bitcoin, Kickstarter, just turned into scam-infested nonsense. This doesn't look like a scam, but like, shit. It wastes people's time. It is a scam in terms of investment of care. You know, you make people care, and it's like, oh, at least he's not like uploading videos anymore. So we don't have to care. We can comfortably forget about this nonsense. We can forget about it. I cannot. I'm subscribed to Raren, alright? The best YouTuber in general for me, because I'm obsessed with card games. I think Raren is the best. And he keeps up with Reynad, most importantly. And he cares about other card games. So whenever Bazaar truly hits the shelves, basically, he's gonna know. And he's gonna notify that to you instantly. You know, let's try Bazaar and all that shit. That's where it's gonna happen. So you can subscribe to this guy. You don't have to fucking worry about Reynad if he starts uploading nonsense on his channel. If this is more of a, like, more natural occurrence than we anticipate. This is supposed to be an April's Fool's joke, hopefully, and not something serious, because I still don't understand what the context is. What is he trying to express here with the 4-hour video? Because what's being expressed is that he's unprofessional now, and he just does whatever he feels like. That is, like, out of control, creepy behavior. You must understand. Where anything can happen. Things can flop. Things can just fall apart. There's potentially some big intentions being hidden away. Tucked away. And we don't know what's going on anymore because we have nothing tangible in our hands. You must understand, like, the biggest argument, the biggest joke I can make is that this guy is homeless. And what do you say to a homeless person? You come up to a homeless person and ask, what is a tangible thing that you can give me so I can give you money? I can't just give you money for free. Like, I don't trust you. You must understand, the society doesn't trust you. I can't give you money for free. You have to earn it. You have to sell me something. That's the whole point. What is Reynad gonna sell me? Talking about fucking God, the Bible, I can find millions of videos about Christian bullshit of whatever their vision of God is. And where is God? You know, the universe. Wow, okay. I've been tripping myself like 2 years ago. I've been in this sort of territory. I've been tripping. But this can, like, really damage everything. This can spiral you into darkness and really trash your name, trash your reputation, and you might do something stupid to what you're creating, what people are anticipating, what the good side of you is, can be destroyed. So time is against him, against this guy, and time is really against him when he's being pressured by lawsuits of investors. They can't wait for the goddamn game. What's going on? So is this a facade now? He put in just enough work to get 5 million and it changed his mind about reality, and he wants to just float into outer space and never deal with anyone ever again because he held 5 million in his hands or something. I don't understand. I also, like, when I checked, he's not profitable. He doesn't have a profitable company or anything. I don't know, man. He's asking for more money during the lawsuit. And he's hoping, by evaluating himself at 300 million, hopefully the context was of like, oh, we're gonna get to that point where it's like Disney level entertainment. But you're still competing against already existing Disney, you know, already existing Hearthstone and all these games that are already established. You have to act quick, bro. You can't just default to making good art, because now that can be made with AI, unfortunately. He literally picked the worst thing to try and do in this industry. Make art. And now everyone is crying because, like, AI happened. You know, it can make art in a fucking instance. It's not going to be perfect. You know, it's not going to have the same flavor. But damn, like, I don't care about art that much. Like, it's just not gonna be something I follow religiously. If that's what he's trying to create, a fucking religion about Bazaar. Just because a game looks good, guys, it has a color palette for every single hero and all that shit. Like, I don't care, bro. What? But look, guys, you can change your board, your side of the board. It's like, you're going to be able to do this, guys. I don't know. I don't worry about the stuff. I don't worry about cosmetics. Cosmetics and sprinkled sparkles are the last thing I want to care about. I want to know if the game is fun. If the game is not fun, it's over. You know, I withdraw. I go somewhere else. If the game is fun, then release the goddamn game. Oh, you want to make it perfect. That's not fun, but okay, I guess you're not talking to my audience and me in general, and game developers, and no, you're just talking to fucking children at this point. I don't know, man. I don't know who is attracted to this game, but I found one, you know, I found a person who's gonna comment on this stuff. Again, if you appreciate my content and you want to follow the drama like I do, because I will follow, my friends. And another bump in viewership is happening all of a sudden. I appreciate that too. I took a break from like Hearthstone and everything. I had my own personal drama to deal with. But yeah, we finally crossed that 100 subscribers out. That's good. That's a hard achievement, my friends. Like, and I'm competing against all the pre-existing YouTube channels. All the people who are taking YouTube seriously and doing it right now as fast as they possibly can. They're maximizing their output. They're doing whatever it takes. I don't think Reynad is on that level. You know, you have to take advantage of exposure, of people's interest. Yes, it's not good to tease people, though. So there's a balance of what you can do, what you can throw out there. If you're very confident, though, about your project, and it's getting closer and closer, you shouldn't be confident about surprising people of like, what is going to be so surprising? What's going to be so goddamn different than this? How? How are you going to surprise me? Like, what's the big deal? I don't like surprises, but go ahead, do that strategy. It's just weird to me. I like the word bizarre. Also, it's probably like this, because it's between Blizzard And Bazaar, for sure. And when I say weird, I usually mean bizarre, but like I can't say the word, because it's sandwiched already. And it makes it even more weird that way. 1 second, guys. The drama is hitting 2600. This is my button game, not a card game, not asynchronous bullshit. This is mine. I'm investing into drama right now. And maybe I can make my own card game too. And it's not going to be some elaborate scheme that's, you know, going to compete against Disney itself. I mean, I don't know what this guy is fucking tripping about. But you gotta act better, more professional, if that's what you're aiming for. It's weird to see him not being professional and claiming all these things at the very beginning, but this is a grandiose thing that even I have. I claim that I will make a card game, but in actuality, I will delay all the programming and all the developments as far away from me as possible because I want to talk about drama right now. You know, and I can't possibly predict how much time I will be able to spend and invest into my project. But it's looking good, you know. I like where things are going, and eventually it's going to be coming out. And because nobody anticipates my project, I'm not under pressure. There's no, like, financial incentives for me. I'm just chilling, you know. But with Reynad, we can fucking cook this guy. Holy shit, man. If there's lawsuit hanging on his... above him, basically, and then the ball's gonna be dropped, and he might get damaged to the point where he has to shut down and file for bankruptcy. I don't know, man. It's gonna be fun to watch. This whole thing just explode into pieces. Either way, that's what drama is. You never can actually predict what's gonna happen. And what's truthful or not is just insanity, pure insanity. You cannot actually speculate too much because you're just gonna be wrong and embarrass yourself. And I don't want to do that. I've been handling spicy sniper wolf drama. I don't want to be wrong about this, you know. Because the surprise sniper wolf is not the bad guy. You know, like, it's the opposite of what people expect is happening in most cases. That's what makes it so dramatic, is because most people are delusional. But right now, most people are delusional that the game is coming out and Reynad has everyone puppeteering every single person. But you must understand how stupid they sound when they open their mouths. So we're gonna watch this video. And I've already made an attempt to comment on this. This was a funny moment. I will allow this commentary to pass. So I click on this video, and here's my commentary. Everything is just going downhill. So this 1 year gap of like, oh hey guys, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. What did they say?
What's up, guys, and welcome to another update.
Yeah, hey guys, preparing here. You gotta keep your investors happy somehow, you know? Fucking bullshit. I wouldn't be happy. Maybe he made FTX fail so he can get away with $5 million. You never know. You just never know.
We also did a lot of progress on the design of the game, on recruiting and just building up a full proper game studio. We have recorded some music sessions.
And now everything gets generated by AI, and you can make a card game in like a fucking month. That it looks exactly like this, bro. I just want to play a game, bro. It's not that deep. Just like on YouTube, I just want to watch video. It's not deep. Just, like, don't make cringe garbage. If not 10 times better. Obviously, in terms of gameplay, like, the looks, you can get to a certain level, and you can't improve much at all. Especially with card games, like... I might just be on a gameplay loop talking about gameplay. Because we must not be distracted. There's nothing more important than how the game actually feels in the core level. I'm a fucking game developer. I understand these things. I just don't work as a game developer. But I have all the skills required, basically, to build games. I just don't have time, patience and none of that shit. But I can definitely discuss the game design choices that people make. And this design choice where this is a non-interactive game. Everything just passes and attacks to your opponent's face. Like, that's it. You're just reducing this one health bar. And there's this charging thing going on where you just sit back and do nothing. You're just watching an animation of this whole thing unfolding. The only thing you're doing is just setting up the board. So that's Auto-Battler for you guys. And I don't know how entertaining it is, but I'm already skeptical. Like, very skeptical. For a lot of mindless people who like sort of this stuff, like, yeah, it's sort of like Facebook level gameplay. If you remember fucking Farmville and all the other garbage games on Facebook where you just click things around and just like automates interactions, you fight against bots of like just random other people creations. They create an army of like little zombies and they smash into each other. Like, this is not some crazy invention. Even this asynchronous gameplay, like, it has been around, clearly. Similar to Marvel Snap, by the way. Marvel Snap looks pretty asynchronous to me, where you don't have to give a turn to one player, then switch to the other player, and blah, blah, blah. Keep going. But that's not what asynchronous means. Synchronous means to synchronize players, but not synchronize players. And all of a sudden, you're confused, right? But let's say you have 8 players, like in Hearthstone Battlegrounds, and they all have to wait for this wall, you know, to open, and then they all smash into each other. But there's this wall preventing them from smashing. Alright? In asynchronous, there's no wall. You can just, you know, everyone's going their own way, and you're like, oh, I want to smash into someone. Oh, you smash into this thing. Bam. Oh, I win. Wow, fucking cool. Or you smash so hard that you fucking lose a couple of your teeth, bro. And you lose. That's it. There's just no wall. There's no live event, basically. There's no tournament feeling to it. And it works. It's just not a big deal, though. We're not here for the looks in the first place. A lot of brightness. You gotta tone it down a little bit, but, like, fine. Birds.
Every single design decision the way that we have in the past, and you guys might have noticed that, you know, the content frequency is definitely different.
Just, I'm scared, actually. I mean, there is no more frequency. They just went into fucking hiatus, basically. Went into just pure blackout, absolute. Stealth mode. Bro, I can't target your minions while they're in stealth, but you don't have taunt, though, so I can go face. You know how that goes.
Frequency is definitely different.
I'm making this Hearthstone joke simply because it definitely represents the stealth keyword. I can't interact with Reynad anymore. I don't see him anymore. He's gonna smash me in the face. He's gonna surprise me and deliver an OTK, hopefully. But I have like 20 armor already. Like, I'm already pissed. I'm already bitter about his existence. I don't know if I'm gonna be killed by this stealth creature. Yeah, I just made this joke even bigger than it's supposed to be.
Because we want there to be some surprises and cool news.
Surprise lawsuit, let's go.
The game to get the game out this year. We could have forced it out and done that, but really,
that's 2022 though. You could have forced it out, am I right? Well, we're gonna fucking force it out. We could have forced it out, but I'm gonna be professional and not do that. Look where we are now. You don't look professional no more. Out of your system. What you have in there? Release it. And again, he showed insecurities of like, oh, what people gonna say? Maybe they will try and cancel me because I say too many things. And it's like, now you do. Now you do, bro. Now you have no self-control. Now you think it's normal. Because you did it so many times. In privacy, you think, oh, it's just gonna vomit into the public. Man, it's just like such cringe overload. Unbelievable. It's embarrassing.
how will you handle it?
Again, there's 2 ways to handle a game. Release it or just keep brewing. Keep fucking stirring that shit. If you have an infinite amount of money, you're not gonna act like Notch and be like, oh, let's just release the thing. It's like, it's good enough. I'll make updates and all that shit. You don't want to act like Notch because they have so much money that you're sitting on. How will you handle Indiegogo pre-orders? Yes. Indiegogo, by the way? Not Kickstarter. Interesting. My bad.
The Indiegogo pre-order.
This is like the funniest thing to me. I have to show you guys in the full.
And Tempo Republic backers. The backer rewards are in process and they're coming. How has easy public backers?
Tempo Republic. Oh my god. I'm so sorry for you guys. Like, never buy things that you get nothing in return. Backing? He needs backing? Are you sure about that? Yeah, if he's smart enough to find investors, he doesn't need backing no more. What is that gonna do to him? Just give him more money because he needs more money? I don't get it, bro.
The backer rewards are in process and they're coming. How has easy?
Yeah, that is a funny meme right now. They're coming, guys. Like always, you know, they're coming, guys. Keep on coming. Okay. Is this a comedy special or something? I can't tell. What is this? Fucking new stand-up comedian. Bro, he's not competing against card games no more. Fucking shit is coming, bro. Some stinkers are coming, bro. What is coming? I don't know, man. I can't see no more. You're in stealth. How do I give you more money? Yeah, buff you with the money. And that is entertainment. That 2-minute video was entertaining. But it took Reynad a lot of drama to make this entertaining. Holy shit, man. I never had so much Bazaar fun in my life. But, you know, another joke that I'm making of like, well, when Bazaar comes out, I will not be interested in Bazaar anymore. I'm gonna feel like I've played the game for so many months, man. I'm just gonna be tired of Bazaar. Because I've waited for so long. The only example of anticipation working out was Skyrim. Even Elder Scrolls Legends, I complained about it. The anticipation kind of failed because we got teased a little bit too hard. I got to learn about the game and it's like, oh, I still have to wait 3-6 months. I don't know. It took a long time. I had to back away. But Skyrim was perfect. Skyrim declared 11, 11, 11. They respected that thing. Bethesda, as, you know, reputable as it is, though, it still, like, wanted to get away from that release date. But it's impossible, basically. You have to respect at least one thing, bro. Just to respect that one thing. And they did. And it was fucking awesome, bro. They talked about Skyrim. I was like getting ready. Like I played the game, just like fucking drew me in. That was outstanding performance. And as we know, Skyrim had the longevity of like 10 plus years. Like it was fucking unbeatable game for a long time. Kind of literally because I still have never completed the game. I was just still running around and exploring the area, and it was just like so amazing that they didn't made me anticipate for the game to come out for like years and years. That was not the thing. But this is what happens when you do the Kickstarter bullshit and all that shit. When you have nothing to show, and when you're just teasing people, you become insecure. There's a lot of pressure on Reynad, and he can't just do it. The first game, he can't just succeed that easily. It's not gonna happen. I don't think so. So, this doesn't even fucking matter, bro. It's like, oh, yo, Indiegogo fucking brokies. I have 7 million in investments. Let's fucking go. He could have just gathered, you know, investment from his stupid team, you know, or business that he builds. Like, we'll never know. He may genuinely think that we want rewards that we'll never get until Bazaar is released, which we don't know if it's gonna get released. So now there's a also scam going on to the audience. And if you scam the audience, things gonna get 10 times worse for you. Even that was enough. And push out a fucking game. Like, why would people be mad on Reddit of like, what's going on, Reynad? They're mad for a reason. A lot of people are invested, heavily invested, way too much invested into this bullshit. And it just hurts to know that. But I want it to be special if in public. You know, just like a baby. It's only special if you don't grow it in your own garden. You're gonna grow human beings in your own garden until they're like fully fledged adults of like, oh, you're 18 years old, you can go into the real world now. Yeah, the actual reason why we have schools is because children have to go outside, away from their families. They have to socialize. The same way game developers, they have to let their fucking kid go into the real world and socialize. Their game has to be public. Their game has to be public as early as possible. Doesn't matter how many bugs, glitches, graphical errors, and all that shit there is. The only thing that's going to happen is our expectations are going to rise exponentially because we're waiting for too long. You know, that's the biggest problem to try and keep up. Like, our expectations are rising of like, oh, you're going to surprise us? Oh, what's going to happen? Oh my god. Why raise expectations so high? Just pick a sweet spot, release the game as quickly as possible. You can't sit on your egg until you're fully comfortable. That shouldn't take long. But what does take long is building a whole fucking studio for one game, hoping that it's going to be a fucking big Disney IP, and you will continue growing into infinity and beyond. As if you're the best game developer ever created by Hearthstone, by frustration to Hearthstone. Like, a lot of people are frustrated about Hearthstone. You're not the only one. It's not a big fucking deal to just be angry at Hearthstone. I can do it too. But I can't build a card game that easily without enough help, you know, enough clarity of what to do. He knows the financial side, I know the development side of things. You know, me and Reynad would be a pretty cool duo. But that's it. That's where it would all end, because if you add more people into the equation, you have to trust them too. You have to trust their personalities and their contributions to the whole damn thing. And it might still flaw because of that. So if Reynad wants to handle all of this alone, from my perspective, from all the things that I've done and failed at, I just see a failure. But I see, you know, my level failure. I mean, now we're like synchronized. The only asynchronized people, which have been synchronized, unfortunately, is me and Reynad, alright? Now we're same level, unfortunately. I'm catching up for sure. By getting subscriber, by getting into this drama, by leeching. Because drama is just pure leeching notion, in a way. But if you can contribute something, if you can participate and keep up, because it's also a very exciting thing, right? Now, and meet real people, my child. We're gonna be like... So yeah. I have to summon Jockey, unfortunately, for Reynad. I gotta do my thing.
And they're coming. How has the increase in funding and expansion of the company changed development? The size of the studio has gotten pretty big. You know, there's dozens.
I mean, you have something in the background there, and that's pretty cool. But then it disappeared. He might have got kicked out, though, from the studio. Or migrated to it. And the rent was too damn high. Different country. Because, yeah, things changed across just 1 year updates. I want to know, there's a lot of things to learn in this drama. I want to sit there, buy my popcorn, and see how this unfolds. Because it sounds pretty juicy. There's no context, nothing, it's just like, bleh, you know, on the main channel. Look shit. Like, we have to survive this. This is... Next thing is a special part right there. Let's fucking go, bro.
Plug the result of that equation back into itself. And,
yeah, it's a very simple equation. You can do it with triangles, too. Which would make the... Do it just because I can. So you got a triangle. Where you just this thing. I've seen it. And it just keeps... Wow, look, I just made Mandelbrot with my own hands. Isn't that fucking crazy? Getting deeper, bro. That is God right there. And I turn it into a card eventually. Where you going?
And it draws this pattern. 3D.
Holy shit. That might be it. So that's where you have been hiding.
Some of you don't believe in God.
I understand. But it's just the simple concept of, like, the universe is made out of particles. They are very well designed. And it expands into infinity. Wow. And I probably don't want to go deeper than that, because then you're just fucking tripping your balls out. Yeah, who's gonna listen to you if you're talking about all these ethereal subjects? But he pretends that people care, but, like, bro, we care about a specific thing that you promised the audience. The rest is something to shut up about unless you want to make a specific, well-constructed video about it. Right, not just like a stream vomit. All these streamers are pissing me off. The Penguin Zero is a streamer that pisses me off. A lot of Hearthstone content makers, they also stream content, and it kind of feels off when they upload snippets of that and pretend that it's content. I don't like this streaming mindset, but, like, okay, fine. It is what it is. But not achieving anything. You're just pretending that whatever you're going to be talking about is, like, wow, very profound.
And it's like,
You should make a card game about it, to be honest. Take a screenshot of this and give attack and health points. Like, maybe if you zoom in over here, not over in the center. But the center one looks pretty good, too. Yeah, I mean, we're looking for a card game here. So maybe if you zoom in hard enough, we'll find a card game? Is that what's going to happen?
this one right here, this little one, that's you.
Well, we don't know that. But what I do know is, it's fucking disgusting brain damage that you can deal to yourself by trying to understand and conceptualize these things, but because eventually you're gonna run into this problem called, holy fucking shit, there's so much information going around, and you're going to be tripping your balls over and over again. Trying to understand something that is not relevant, because... Yeah, trying to grasp the entirety of reality. Well, most people like that are called schizo, because they get scared of human beings, because there's a lot of intentions and a lot of things you have to keep track of to be able to keep up. You must not get stabbed by a robber, you know? You have to live life to be able to get to that point where you can afford tripping your balls out. It's not that cheap, my friends. This is how you become homeless. It's not going to change from whatever this is, because you're not going to make discoveries here. Just, it's problematic.
God made you in his image.
I'm trying to not lose what I have. I have my mom pretty much taking care of me financially. I take care of her in a logical sense of, like, I'm a smart person. I can grab food from the shop in a cheap manner. I can use her money efficiently. We support each other, right? I'm luckily not homeless. I'm luckily still able to sustain myself. And everyone is on the edge right now. Everyone should be upset about just, oh, it's a fucking Bazaar waiting room. Yeah, there's not enough time, bro. I have to pay rent. Most people would say I don't have to pay rent. That's the whole point, you know. That's why I'm better than you. Okay, that's cool, I guess. And I can... That's why I have infinite amount of time to upload YouTube videos. You know. I'm cool. Raw God, where you are inside of God, but, like, slightly rotated. How about that? Beat that, Reynad. I did it. And I can release this as a card game. It has 5 attack and 10 health. And the effect says, remove Reynad from the board. You know, Reynad X, bro. Here we go. I did it, guys. Buy my card game, too. Yeah, buy my card P lifestyle of Reynad. The funny thing is, the most dangerous thing for any business is time. Anyways, let's move on to this bad boy and break his video down because it's such a funny nonsense. It's unbelievable. Also, he's a Discord moderator. Very interesting introduction.
Before we get the ball rolling on this video where I'm about to speak quite favorably of the Bazaar, I want you to know that I've been brought in as a moderator for the Bazaar Discord, so if you're the type of person who might be concerned about a conflict of interest, I'm not trying to hide that.
Yeah. Well, he's not staff or Reynad. He is just the moderator. Womp womp. But like, he talks about Bazaar as if he knows absolutely fucking nothing, bro. That is unbelievable level of just wishy-washy bullshit. If he's a part of Discord, like, you would imagine the dude knows something I don't know. And none of that fucking got delivered. None of new information got revealed. That is fucking upsetting as hell, bro. Holy shit.
With a lot of short version of how the Bazaar works. This video is not really supposed to be a how to play Bazaar video. I more or less just want to talk about the things that are most exciting to me about the Bazaar. But
oh, surely you know how to play Bazaar, though. Yeah, the best asynchronous auto-battler, by the way, is YouTube. The experience of YouTube. I can release my video anytime I want. And people can click on it anytime they want. It's the best thing. This is why I hate phone calls and live action and gameplay. You know, please, just chat with me. I'm an introvert. I can't keep up, man. I have to think about stuff. It's crazy being an introvert. I have to think.
so, why do I care about the Bazaar? Well, right from the jump, I knew I was going to be interested in the Bazaar because of its unique approach to a subgenre of card games that I particularly enjoy, drafting games, or
Deck building games?
deck building games, or
There's just 10 slots, bro. There's not much going on. Like, Balatro actually captures what a deck building game is because you actually have a starting deck of just the poker cards, normal poker cards, but you upgrade that shit, you slowly, like, change things around for maximum score. Like, everything makes sense in this screenshot, and nothing makes sense in this screenshot. I'm just saying. Alright? Where you just... your score is just dealing damage across time, where you have no input whatsoever. In Balatro, you have clear gameplay goal of playing cards. You have certain amount of hands, and then you win or lose the game based on how good you are at collecting points. That's what it is. It's in action, and you still upgrade your thing, you still collect items, but there's still gameplay of interactive gameplay. If you make asynchronous gameplay, why fucking make it auto-battler? You know, if it's asynchronous, let me battle things myself. But he needs to do it that way because opponent is also asynchronous, so he cannot respond. And all of a sudden, you're left with this kind of like another problem. You went from one problem, you solved one thing, but you bumped into another problem. Guess what? This might just be a flop. This whole thing might just be a flop. It looks worse and worse the more you zoom in and think about it.
wait, draft.
Okay, so let me spoil how stupid this video gets. Here's a good screenshot. I clicked on the middle of the video. At this point, the dude is talking about boards. These pixels on the screen, just art styles. What? I don't care about boards. Then he talks about all the colors. Look, they use the same colors for the characters, so the palette is like the same for all the items the character has. It's like, I literally don't care, bro. It's literally not that deep that they just fucking made a picture with certain amount of colors in there. Oh shit, bro. But what's gonna happen when you have to, like, do this thing that has different colors? They probably can't do that. Wow, so fucking interesting. Oh, look, you have your piece of the board. No, get off. this board thing. So the board thing, it lasts for like 5 minutes. The color thing is in the middle of it, blah, blah, blah. Where do we go next, right? Well, there's toys. There's toys on the corner of the fucking screen that you're going to be interacting with. Oh my god, that's the best feature. I'm so excited about this. It's like, what? Are you serious, bro? I have to rewatch the whole fucking video because it sounds so stupid, so unbelievable. But this video sounds stupid and unbelievable too, because again, he's just asking for more money. There's no even reason to click. He just promises things. There's nothing to it. You're not gonna actually find any new information here either, right? So we're not getting anywhere. We're not seeing any progress. You gotta give us something. That you have done something that's cool. What I would have done, again, with Bazaar, I would release memes. Meme gameplay of like, oh, this fucking weird shit happened when I did this and that. Weird gameplay things that happened to Reynad when he was testing the game, just like fucking release that and people gonna fucking gobble it up off the floor. You know, trying to dissect every single thing that got revealed in that gameplay video and all that shit. Anything to be excited about? Yeah, just release the 2-minute meme video about Bazaar. Whatever gets leaked, fuck that shit, you know? But like, I don't get it. Why be so insecure? Why be so shady? Why slowly disappear into the darkness, but still promise things? Why appear so much like Elon Musk, who promises things until everything flops and then, oh, oops, I have to go now. You know, but I still have $200 billion. Am I right? Evaluation. Fucking Elon Musk, bro. Don't forget, there's a whole channel dedicated now to trashing Elon Musk non-stop. He will never fucking stop because Elon Musk never stopped his stupid scam bullshit. So we have to tail him, you know. We have to do the hot pursuit. That's what's going on YouTube right now. It's the funniest thing. The hot pursuit, guys. I'm also tailing on Reynad right now. To some extent. I might not be able to keep up. I don't have 1 million subscribers. But he doesn't have $200 billion either, so let's fucking go.
Quite repetitive once you've seen the gameplay pattern. Don't get me wrong, there is certainly plenty of ways to solve for that issue that doesn't involve removing the deck, but there needs to be a compelling reason to keep that deck around other than, well, that's how it's always been.
Yeah, so Reynad removed the deck. And again, here's a good example of a deck that was not removed, and it works, it functions very well. What's the big deal of the deck existing? Like, for me, a deck aspect is so much cooler. But maybe Reynad did not like the randomized notion of it. Maybe he added this coin thing into the deck and it just felt like shit. So, I don't know. It just disappeared. No more deck for you guys. And technically, Balatro is a little bit cringe with the deck system, but it doesn't get in your way. You also have the item system that is very consistent. There's the consistent part and inconsistent randomized part. And this kind of plays out very well. So yeah, this is the best example because it's the latest obsession in card game worlds. And it's a good one. Man, I didn't notice, but he also talked about soundtracks. All the fluffy shit. Like, wow. It's not that deep. He does, you know, touch on the basics on the gameplay and how asynchronous it is. And that's it. That you have an infinite turn timer. How cool is that? It's like playing single-player game, but actually a little bit multiplayer. Yeah, I've seen that shit many, many times. It's not that crazy.
Not willing to change those color palettes. All right, I think I've said enough about that. Let's move on to game boards. The game boards look so good in the Bazaar. My favorites are definitely the pirate board.
My favorite is that one over there. My favorite color is blue. So that one's your favorite? He didn't even, like, show it properly. It's like, if you care so much, at least, like, do it properly. But just
Game boards look so good in Legends of Runeterra. So if you're a player who only owns one game board or even no game boards in Legends of Runeterra, the game board still dynamically changes for you frequently enough that...
Oh, thank you. At least the game board is changing. That was my concern of all the card games that I was playing, that the game board changes. It really balances things out. And balance, again, I will remind you guys, the biggest thing every game has to deal with is balance. And as long as you deal with it, the better your game is going to be. Just deal with balance. Learn how to balance the game. The game mechanic balance, all that shit. The visual shit, you can vomit whatever you want. As long as it's not terrible. You know, I will slurp it up. But if you fail on balance, I will eventually be disinterested in the game. And Reynad, I thought, and that's why I trust Reynad, but not really, because he looks unprofessional and he doesn't care about it, apparently. But he literally bitched about Hearthstone balance and the randomness of Hearthstone and all this shit. Like, he's bitching about that so much that you would think he's gonna make the best game ever the moment he starts doing that. But he didn't. Nah. He doesn't care about balance, it seems. He didn't even fucking notice that shit. He didn't talk about it enough. He didn't inspire this guy to talk about balance. Okay, so you don't know the most important thing, huh? The most important aspect that makes or breaks the game. So sad, you know, that I have to be the only person on the planet who knows.
I don't want it to just randomize at the start of the game and say, okay, I've got my Vanessa board, and now I'm going to have my Vanessa board for the 10 days. Instead...
Oh yeah, I want the feature where you randomize the board for specific days and all that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? We're talking balls deep into just game boards. This is what pissed me off about this video. Like, Jesus Christ. These are the delusional fans who can't wait for that fluff content. Oh, we know the gameplay loop is like this, and it's like looking like Battlegrounds, and here's a few comparisons here and there. But the rest of the half of the video is insane. It's really a desperate fan trying to enjoy every single aspect of the game, not realizing that most of it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, bro. There's no hidden lore behind the card art or whatever. Like, this... Relax. Until the game comes out, everything is delusion. Everything. Everything people say and talk about is just pure delusion. It's too much. You know, and saying that you need to know about the Bazaar is also cringe delusion nonsense that I want to stay away from. People like that. No, I don't need to know about Bazaar. But I know too much. I'm already invested. So yes, I will try and get my investment back as well. You know, I'll try to pull back because I'm getting tired and I don't think I'm comfortable waiting anymore. You know, what I am comfortable with is seeing where this shit goes. If the ship sinks all of a sudden out of nowhere. I want to take a picture of that. I'm glad that he's making a cool game about this Technoblades person that has Reynad's personality. You know, in West Visley, get rich, definitely looks like Reynad. Then you have Sniper Wolf personality. Let's fucking go. I love this game. There's already 2 of my favorite YouTubers. If you don't count Technoblade, though, because he's kind of like... He has cancer, I've heard. I don't know, maybe Technoblade will not have cancer in 2024, but so far, it's not looking good.
I've heard.
There's a reason to cringe at what looks like cringe. What looks like a change of heart. A change of professional look for a person. Because it indicates something, right? It indicates bad traits that could potentially just destroy a human being. And whatever projects he's into, because he's not paying attention to the surrounding area. So we'll see what happens. But this is the greatest delusion of all time, to think that a game like this is going to have success. by default. Just because people put effort into it? Are you sure, Reynad? That's not how life works. Just pure effort doesn't cut it. Especially when most of the effort is hidden and surprise, guys, and you're just surprising an empty room of angry people. Surprise. Oh, you don't like me no more. Oh, okay. Yeah, that can happen. And that's not a pretty fucking sight or experience to be had.
When we're talking about cards that you actually play, but in this case we're talking about cosmetics only, which now all of a sudden this is very exciting to me because I used to be a Counter-Strike player. If you played Counter-Strike, this
oh my god, we're just talking about cosmetics anymore. So, but if you're a Counter-Strike player, you understand my sentiment, because like Counter-Strike is a very simple game where you just have guns and cosmetics. That's it. It's like, what? This is where we ended up. Now we're rationalizing this fucking addiction to cosmetics and bullshit games. It's just, it's sad that this only got revealed at minutes 25 out of 27. So basically got scammed into watching a video. Fucking sucks, bro. Everything's a scam at this point. But fuck it. It's dramatic. I'll pay into it. Because, you know, you will lose reputation in return. For sure. 100%. Whoever is silent in this game of drama, whoever does not address their own issues, they lose. That's it. Straightforward. If people have questions and I don't answer those questions, I lose. They might have questions about me and what I'm up to and how much money I am willing to get for my card game, you know, like, I don't know, maybe they have questions. When is my card game going to be released? I don't know anymore. I'm very busy. Just wandering around and observing things at the moment. And trying not to suffocate to death because life is difficult, guys. Just breathing is difficult. Just drinking water is difficult. Let alone fucking building things. And keeping up with programming. And caring about other card games and completing daily quests so you can get that Hearthstone gold so you don't get behind, you know. Ah, yeah, he's gonna also talk about the cosmetic market of Counter-Strike. Yeah, fuck that shit. Alright, that's all for this video. And if I find anything interesting, we're gonna level 4 on this drama. Super cool drama. I'm all up for it. By the way, this is not a Bazaar drama. It's Hytale Drama. It's games being anticipated but not released, being teased here and there, getting investments, blah, blah, blah. Just all this stuff happening behind the scenes, but we have nothing to play that would allow us to, like, connect with the developers, feel something in relationship with what's being anticipated there. Because there's a huge community that has nothing to do. There's this guy who belongs in this community Discord, right? And he has nothing to say that I don't already understand. The only fucking thing he says is cosmetics. In other words, all he says is cringe, cringe, cringe that I never thought I would care in my life. But there's this guy who cares for me. Thank you very much. Thank you for being a little clown. I will go now. See you guys next time.